because that was the first one. But now we're back up.
Hey, we're there
we're
again.
back.
Hey, looks like us. Anyhow, Mike Trout, best player in baseball. The Yankees first baseman coming from the Colorado Rockies. They said, the mile high air and all that. Well, listen, the guy's a player. First pitch, home run last night. Aaron Hicks, the nephew of a very good friend of both of ours, Carday Hicks, hit a 3-run bomb off the fair pole. I will never call it a foul ball off the fair pole because he hit it.
It's fair.
Fair ball.
That's right.
All the runs were scored in the first inning. Justin Verlander settled down after that. Brilliant performance by the Yankee left-hander.
Paxton. 6 innings.
A lot of strikeouts, a lot of swing and misses. His cutter, his slurve slider was working well last night, kept the ball down in the zone, tough to pick up for left-handed hitters, burying it in on the right-handed hitters down and in by the, the back leg ankle.
Right.
Game 6 coming up. 2 games in Houston, no rest. They're because of the rain out, they're playing straight. They got into Houston very early this morning. Both teams left last night. It's going to be a bullpen day for both teams, which we've debated whether that's a wise decision for either team.
Well, you talked about how the shift has changed baseball. Now we're seeing this new thing about a bullpen game or bullpen
that's
pitchers.
That's not new, Aaron. That's not new. When I coached college baseball, we had a bullpen day on a weekly basis.
But that's college. I don't remember it ever being as prominent in Major League Baseball as it has been the last 2 years, and actually being called
because
a bullpen game.
Well, because now the specialties, the matchups, they always do the matchups.
Well, the matchups,
But you
thing.
do that in a 9-inning game. In a 9-inning game, your starters are no longer thought to be a 9-inning pitcher. If they give you 6 good innings, you've got specialists for the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings. The game,
especially the Yankees, with the way they're lined up with their relievers.
Every team does it.
But as far as having a reliever start a game and that whole process,
they've done it for a few years now.
Well, okay, a few years, whatever it is. It's to me that's
relatively new,
like the shift being as prominent as it is. But to me, and this is what we were talking about before we went on the air, as a coach, are you sort of given the white flag on Game 6?
No.
By having your reliever start and pitch a game prominently, rather than, okay, I get Cole, you want to save him.
You're a 40-man roster. You rely on guys to give you 6 outs, 3 outs, 2 outs, 9 outs, whatever. It doesn't matter when they come in, as long as they're coming in a fresh situation. Now, the first guy is going to be in a fresh situation. There's going to be no men on, nobody out. But, let's say he gets in a little bit of trouble. Now your reliever's coming in a situation that they're very accustomed to pitching. It doesn't matter if it's the 4th inning, the 6th inning, or the 8th inning. You're still good. It doesn't really change the game.
Which is sad in a way that, and what made me think about that, starting pitchers generally have a problem coming in as a reliever because they're not used to that scenario.
And relievers who are looking for save situations generally have a tough time with a 5 or 6 run lead.
Exactly. They're not focused.
Right.
But that segues into one question. CC Sabathia the other night, who we know is injury plagued, and he's done this year. Was he relief?
Yeah, he came in relief.
So he came into relief.
Yep.
He's I want to say separated shoulder, but he had a shoulder issue.
No, it was actually a quad.
Oh, it ended up being a quad?
Quad, yeah.
Okay, so whatever the issue was, but here's a pitcher who's not accustomed to coming in middle game. Now, whether that had anything to do with his injury, I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Plus the fact, he stands up straight. He can't tell if his shoes are ties.
He's 6. What is he? 6'7"?
Yeah,
he's a huge guy.
This is the biggest I've ever seen him in the stomach. Now, if we go back a number of years ago, Mickey Lolich with the Tigers. Sure. Guys like that, David Cohn. David, you know what I'm talking about.
His name popped into my head too, just as you said that.
I can't think of his name, but
pitched a no-hitter for the Yankees.
Yeah, and a big bald guy with a big gut.
I could see him.
I can too, and I can't think of his name. David, to go through the alphabet, kind of figure out the name.
Thank you, Cindy, all the way from Pennsylvania, one of my Yankee supporters, and a gal I went to college with. You betcha.
What does that mean?
Yankee supporter. That's why she just put in there, come on Yankees.
Well, they got to win 2 games in Houston. If they get by this game,
you just got to win one first.
Well, you always got to win one first. But you know what? Then you get You got Cole in Game 7.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
against
why I was
whoever
rooting
the
for Tampa
Yankees
Bay
throws out,
in their Game 5 against. I would rather have seen the Yankees take their chance against the Rays starting pitcher
Sure.
because I was worried about Verlander and Cole.
Yeah.
But they got to Verlander last night, which is a very positive sign.
I don't know that they got to him because after that first inning, they never got
Well, they
to him.
got to him in the first inning, which proved to be enough.
But
in this game.
But history-wise, and anybody will tell you this, with Verlander, if you don't get him early,
right.
you will not get him.
Well, they proved that theory last night.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, he shut him
Granted,
down.
Aaron Hicks's home run hitting the fair pole was
It's a home run.
luck, but yes, it was a home run
it's a
because
home
it hit the pole. But
3-run bomb.
I'll take it. And then the relievers, except for Canley last night, who came in the 7th, only got 1 out.
Yeah.
Britton was lights out in carrying the red, getting his 5 outs.
Well, here's my
And then Chapman comes in and
here's my read on that.
Mhm.
Britton still scares me. He's got a great sinking fastball. The bottom falls out.
Right.
Josh Tower, former Major League Baseball pitcher, and I went extensively into breaking down you're talking 60 feet 6 inches from the rubber to home plate. You get a guy that's 6'4", 6'3".
Mhm.
Now you're throwing from 54 feet
because of the
53
stretch.
feet,
Mhm.
right? Your job as a pitcher is to elongate, because the hitter's only got a very short period of time to pick up the ball, time it, and hit it. You want to keep that pitch on a plane for as long as you can before the break,
Mhm.
before it sinks, it curves, whatever. Now, on Verlander last night, he kept it on a plane, but the ball wasn't breaking at the end of the plane. Like the 3-run homer was on a slider that kind of hung a little bit.
Right.
It didn't have that downward bite to it. And Josh and I were going back and forth. And listen, he's a former player, a stud. He's coaching single A now in the Toronto Blue Jays organization. I love guys like that. Bill Lee, remember Bill Lee, Spaceman?
Mhm.
Good friend of mine. We used to go back and forth because I was a breaking ball pitcher. And
Right.
Bill would tell me you're throwing it wrong. Look at your elbow. That's why your elbow. The whole story. But I think tonight's Game 6 is going to be very interesting in so much as it's a bullpen game for both teams. I think Houston will start to hit at home because they really haven't hit. They hit one game in the series.
Mhm. So Yankees beat them in Game 1 in Houston,
Right.
7-0. So.
Right. So, this is a crucial game, momentum-wise. Yankees are coming off a high of beating Verlander. And they said before the series started, you're going to have to beat Verlander and you're going to have to win one game in Houston. Well, they've already won the one game in Houston and they beat Verlander.
Mhm.
Now, the future looms of if they get by and it's a Game 7, you got to face the Cy Young Award winner, in my opinion, in the National League, in the American League.
I would agree with if he doesn't win the Cy Young, somebody better check the ballot boxes.
Yeah, he'll win it.
But again, we talked about this and we agreed on this before. You got to win Game 6 before you worry about Game 7.
It's all about one hitter at a time.
Absolutely.
Somebody picks up somebody strikes out. We used to do it. In college, pick me up. You'd go back to the bench, go pick me up.
That's it.
Next guy up.
All right, we're beyond an hour, dude. You realize that? Which is fine. Which is fine. And we want to thank everybody for watching. We apologize for the Wi-Fi hiccup here towards the end. With the last couple of minutes, we got cut off before we brought the video feed back up. But no, it's been a fun show, kind of talking a little bit about everything. I want to thank everybody for jumping into the chat room. Patricia's out there now. Rosella's out there. My friend Evan, who's also a big Yankee fan. Keith, Nikki, Jocelyn, Amy Stone is watching. Paul Eubanks, former professional wrestler and a friend of mine from the heartland of the country, is watching. And Katie Monroe's out there. Sarah Beck, we appreciate all of you for tuning into today's Twin Brothers from Different Mothers. Please reshare our feeds and also be sure to go like our Facebook page. Stay tuned for more information about our November 2nd one-year birthday party for Twin Brothers. We put some posts up there already. And it should be a good. I look forward to seeing anybody down at the BVW card tomorrow. I'll be down there doing commentary. What else? Closing comments, sir.
Watch baseball tonight. Going to be a great game. I'm doing. Dorothy and I are going to a Halloween party tonight, and I'm going as Bob Ross, the painter. So I have the whole afro wig. I look good with hair.
But I would love to see a picture of that. But he didn't wear glasses though.
No, well, listen, I can't see with them. I'm wearing my glasses.
Hey, have a great week, everybody. Stay tuned to more Twin Brothers next week when we come back live from Portnoy Gallery right here And with Phillips Neal Portnoy, wishing you a great week, everybody. Be safe, be happy, and as always, be healthy. Thank you for watching.